Hello, this is Lauren, and we're live at the Intercultural Theater in Vienna. And today we've seen a live performance of theater and acts going on, as well as dance. It's been a phenomenal evening, and I think in regard to the actual event, I believe that it was an inaugural event from you guys' side. And we'd like to know specifically for our audience and specifically about the event, what actually inspired this whole event to come about, that something like this, to this magnitude, was actually set up by you guys.
Schmäh Kontra Rassismus means in English it means jokes against racism. So we have a lot of organizations, we have a lot of people fighting racism in a serious way.
Yeah.
Like go and tell people don't be serious and respect each other, accept each other in a more serious way. And because I'm a comedian, I think we can also fight racism in a funny way.
Yeah.
Because if I'm able to laugh about myself, that means it's easier for me to accept you when you talk about me.
Yes, exactly.
So that was my aim, like to fight racism in a funny way. And because I'm a comedian, and I tried everything possible to put comedians together from different origins so that we can do something where we talk about our differences. You know, black people are always late. Is it true? Is it not true?
Yeah.
So
What are the stereotypes?
the stereotypes behind. So we were just talking about things that people don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
The only thing we did is we spoke about things that nobody raises, or everybody's afraid to talk about it. Everybody knows it, but they're just afraid to talk about it. And when I talk about it, it's just like everybody laughs because I'm talking about it. That's the idea behind it. Yeah.
I think I've been late on actually introducing you guys, so I'd like for you to personally just give an introduction as to who you are and what you actually stand for and which organization you're representing at this point.
My name is Mugiraneza Simplice. People call me Soso. I'm a comedian, but it's not yet that professionally done,
Yeah.
but it's coming. Like we're getting more and more shows. I'm from Burundi and live in Vienna for like 12 years. I mean in Austria for like 12 years, and that's it.
Thanks. Thank you. Would you like to introduce yourself?
So, well, my name is Mugiraneza Soso. He's like my brother, the number one promoter of this day today. I must say I'm really proud of him. He have worked hard for this night today. And, well, in Austria, the people knows me as Özibur, and I make electronical music with rap, what goes like a countryside music. And, well, I'm always trying to show the people that a country don't have no color. It's just because of the feeling. And Özibur, like my second person of me, he feels like an Austria. So that's why Özibur is the perfect integration in Austria. And I feel well, and I love the country, and I enjoyed the night today. And yeah, that's how I go. Cedric goes to Özibur.
Well, thank you. It's been really a phenomenal evening for myself, especially. I think it's been one of those events where one can actually reflect. And I had quite a few laughs myself, quite a few serious laughs where, it's like, yeah, this is very typical of us at times. But yet again, it is healthy, like you say, to actually sit back and reminisce and look back and kind of reflect as to, yes, that is we as Africans, It's
At the same time, just because we're at the beginning. And as a comedian, the more you play, the more you kind of create your audience.
Yes.
So we face a lot of problems because people come to our shows and don't know what to expect.
Yeah, true.
So, and there are a lot of people in this country who want to defend Africa, they don't want anybody making fun about Africa. They really would prefer when I make jokes about how black people are suffering, how we get transported and deported and. But I'm like, okay, we have a lot of people doing that, And sometimes we have people coming over and telling us, "Oh, that joke was really strong. Why did you say it?" But at the end, it's like when I say this joke, like people will laugh about it, and I know there are a lot of people right now after this show who are thinking about what they laughed at. So and
Because it's not an everyday issue. That
it's
is
not an everyday
laughing
issue.
about.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, how long we gonna be complaining? And I don't know. Fight. You can't force anybody to love you.
Yes.
If I don't like you, if I don't like you, I don't like you. So and I think it's much easier through jokes and take people easy and
Yeah.
yes.
Like we say, there's a saying that goes, "You can't cry over spilt milk." That's the way I felt the evening was like, and it's very interesting to see that actually play out specifically in this community that was with us this evening, and there were lots of laughs that came from everyone. The whole theme of the actual event to me seemed as if it was about integration. We're all in this integrational role right now, and what's actually pushing that from you guys' side to bring it out into the open and make others aware that yes, we're in this integrational process, but how do we step forward and how do we actually foresee the progress going or moving?
Actually, it's just like I grew up in the countryside, and I remember the first time when I like choose to go to the countryside, or when my father chose like we should grow up in the countryside, because my father wanted always to be peaceful and clear, something where it's like not so much noise. My father wanted always like to the family grow up somewhere where we can building up ourselves. So my father chose to go to Linz countryside, and I remember the first time when my father said that, it was like all the black people just say, "Oh my God, how can you go to the countryside? There's so many racists over there. There's so many racists over there." But my father did it well, and I guess for me it's just like when I grew up in the countryside, of course I meet so many racist people, but when I meet many racist people, I just knew after some times that they're racist. They don't know a lot of things about black people. So I always had a message. I always stand up in the morning, go to school, and always remind myself I have a message. I have to tell the people something, what's going on. It's always better when you tell the people what's going on in your like a little bit comedy style, in a humorous way, you know what I mean? Because the people will not understand it at the first time. When you do it in a humorous way, they will laugh at you the second time, and maybe at the third time they will understand you. So I was always easygoing and trying to understand also the racist people. I guess the most important thing what you can do anywhere where you meet racists, always remind racist is a stupid thing, you know what I mean? And racist is something what's unknown. They don't know about the story about you. So tell them the story about you in a human way, you know? Let them love first about you. Let them think first about you. Like my brother said before, the people who were there today, they laugh about jokes where they never think they
would actually laugh about.
Exactly. So right now they will go home and think about it, you know? And that's the only thing, I think, where the integration move, you know? You must let the people come closer and let them laugh about you, and then maybe the next day they will talk about the jokes what you tell them, and at the third day they will be closer. That's the only way.
Yeah, true. They'll probably have a better understanding. Like you said, it was all about black humor, you know. There was a true essence of black humor in what you were saying, like us boys saying that, you know, it's something that they've laughed about this evening, but, you know, at the back of their minds, in their subconscious, you know, over a period of time, they'll actually be looking through and saying, okay, this was actually the point that was being made on this particular day.
That was what we wanted to achieve, and we have a lot of people. We had a lot of anti-racism activities going on in Austria. Where have they brought us?
Yes.
Do we have less racism now? I mean, I can't understand because sometimes I have shows, sometimes I have solo shows.
Yes.
And when I crack jokes like this, and then because like last time I had a possibility to perform at a festival, Kasumama Festival,
Yeah.
and I was making jokes like, "Yeah, we African come late," and yeah, we come late. It is true.
African time.
We have our own time, but why is it wrong? Because I was having people coming to me after that, and they're like, why do you have to say we Africans are this? Why? What is wrong when I say it? Because sooner or later, so long as somebody has something to do with us Africans, sooner or later they will find it out.
Yeah.
So what is wrong with me talking about it? And what makes me sometimes pissed off is like some people like it when we just sit there and cry. We have a lot of audiences who really would like it, like when we just sit there, say, "Oh,
See the suffering.
the suffering and the problems," and we forget that. I mean, you and me are here. We live in here, so we have also a good story to talk about this country.
Exactly. There's always a positive side.
There was a positive
Another
side
side
too.
of the coin at the
So
end
I
of
don't
the
see
day.
why a lot of people complain when I crack jokes about Africans in Austria. And it's not that I only talk about Africans. I also talk about Europeans too.
Yes.
So, and at the end of the day, it's up to you to get these jokes, put it in your mind. How you translate it, I don't know. But I know there is something,
get a message
there's a message that I'm talking about at the same time.
Well, in terms of this event actually continuing on next year, I believe that it's quite positive. I believe that you guys have received a very, very positive response from the audience. And do you believe that it's going to take place next year again? Because I think we're all actually looking forward to seeing you guys put on something.
Actually, I've been talking with my brother before backstage, and we're talking about Schmäh, Kontra Rassismus, and actually we wanted to start it small, without no public people, without only people who we know, only all people who are interested in jokes against racists, and we diffuse we would like to do it like in every country, in every how do I say, diversity in Austria, maybe the next time in Linz or maybe the next time in Graz, and start small. Everything starts small, and we don't know where we will go. We don't know where we're gonna be at 2014. So we just want to start small, and we're gonna see how it will continue. But I'm sure this was not the last show 2013. Maybe the last one for Vienna, but the next one in Vienna will be maybe in January straight.
So I want to take this opportunity to talk to artists, because I don't know who's going to watch this show, because we have a lot of artists in Vienna.
Yeah.
Like every second friend I have is an artist. He's a DJ, he's a singer, we have a lot of talented guys. My message is don't sit and wait until you get booked.
Yeah, go out there.
Like if I had this idea and just stay at home and wait until, okay, right now I've performed in some few TV stations, I'm kind of getting to get known.
Yeah.
If I would just sit and relax, wait for this perfect moment where I get a call from from I don't know, where everything have to be perfect, where we have like I don't know how much money for the show and this and that, I will wait till I get old.
Yeah.
And this is what I have to tell my brothers. There are a lot of Africans. We have a lot of talented Africans who can do things, who can sing, who can do music, but they're just there waiting, going studios and going home. Go rent a hall, make a show. This is how things get started.
Yeah.
Like I started doing this comedy thing just a year ago. But right now I'm at this level where I see sometimes I sit there and think, man, was really yeah. And I'm really planning to make it like a profession, because like I said, I'm getting more and more booked.
Yeah.
Also alone, like my solo program, I'm almost booked out till January. But Schmäh Kontra Rassismus is something I'll keep on doing, like bringing people to. But sometimes I do my only shows too. But it all started because you go out, you do your thing. Somebody knows somebody. Somebody will see you that knows somebody. That's how it goes. We didn't know each other. Yeah. Like now we get to know you.
Yeah.
Somebody might see this video and we get another show. So what I don't understand is that a lot of artists, especially African artists, like my message to them, because this is TV Africa, Africa Life. Go out, get together 2, 3, 4 artists. Don't wait that you get paid 500 euros when you don't even play to any radio in this country. And sitting there and say, "Oh, this country is so racist, music doesn't work," you will complain till you die. Or leave the country. If you leave the country, all right. All right? But if you don't leave the country and you still here, just say, Austria is racist and they don't book me, African music, you will complain, and complain. Come together. We need artists. Like you've seen today, we bring different artists. Yeah, it would be good if we have like artists who want to do something with us, they come, we do something. You know, we don't just wait. Yeah, don't just wait for this perfect moment and wait and wait and wait. That's my message to African artists here. Yeah.
It's all about perseverance and actually stepping out on your own and making that, light shine upon you by yourself. Because if you don't do it on your own, without that motivation from your own side, it's not naturally going to step out.
Produce songs and I have friends who are producing songs every day. You produce them, put them on YouTube, put them on Facebook, and that's it. Yeah. The only way to get out, do your own thing, and don't always try to get in touch with the Austrians. Trying to reach the audience. We are in Austria. I mean, try to do some collabos with some Austrian guys. Try to, because we're here. They're not coming. We have to go to them. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So try to do some collabos with Austria, even if you might not really 100% like what he's doing, but make sure you're going towards these people. Yeah. Because unless we want to quit, but I'm not quitting. I'm here. So So
you're going to keep on keeping on. And in terms of the same situations that we're going through and we're exercising right here in Austria, what would you guys' message be out to everyone else who feels that they're in the same situation where there's racism, there's so much prejudice amongst Africans and other counterparts, from the United States or from India or from any other part of the world? What would your message of inspiration to them be?
I would just say, just be yourself. I guess everybody, in every personality, there is something positive. Yeah. And I grew up like that. I grew up with music. I grew up with learning what is in music. I listen to any kind of music. I listen to electro music, to hip-hop music, of course also to Austrian music. And I always find in any kind of music something positive in it. I always find something where I love in it. When I listen even to a DJ who is only playing ski music, I always find some skills where I say I love it. Yeah. I would like to work with him. No matter where, I guess any kind of country and every kind of nationality, there's something positive inside. So just stay the way you are and tell them the right story about you, and you will get love over there. We don't need love of million peoples. As long as you have love of 5 people of yourself, you're gonna get a long life and a beautiful life. So just be yourself and bring them your culture to Austria, and you're going to find love.
What I want to say is point number 1. Racism is everywhere. Okay? I mean, a lot of people say that because they've never been a foreigner in Africa. I've been a foreigner in Africa. I've been facing racism. I've been a refugee with the age of 10. I lived in Tanzania, because I was in French school in Tanzania, and these were just foreigners because in Tanzania is normally an English-speaking country. I remember there were days where we could go to school and you get in a class, there's nobody in the school, there's nobody in the class because everybody got deported. That's one. So first of all, no matter where you go, you not be liked by everybody. You can't please everybody. That's point number 1. Point number 2, don't always concentrate on this negativity. Trying to get away from negativity. If I know my boss is a racist, he doesn't like me. All right, we live in Austria. There's a possibility of you it's not good. Get jobless and trying to find a better job to get, like they're sponsoring. If you want to go to school, there are possibility to get sponsored. Go to school, learn something. And point number three is like, be yourself and be real.
Stay rooted.
Stay real. Stay who you are. All right. Don't say, oh, because this guy had these problems and I will also have this problem. Everybody has his own story. If we talk about racism, the things we faced, we can talk about it from Monday to Sunday every day. You know? So the mistake of most of Africans here, we take it in general. Oh, this is racist. This where racism is everywhere. And fourth point is like, make sure you know if you really want to stay here or not. Because this is the most problem we Africans are facing here in Australia. We don't know. Most of us are like in transit. Like we are here, I'll go Europe, I'll go make my money, and then I'll go back home. I've never seen anybody going home. Like I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends. African friends. I'm one of, maybe you've seen me in different, before I used to DJ too. Like you talk to 90% of everybody's like, yeah, I'm just here, I make my money and go. I'm here. All right, if you want to make your money and go, and that's why you be treated like that.
Yeah.
That's why you will not have time to rethink and like, I'm here for good. That means if I'm here for good, I have to find a fixed job. For me to find a fixed job, I have to find stability. Finding a stability means doing something I like. Maybe I might be forced to go to school. And I don't know any other country where it is easy to get a school, especially here in Vienna, like in Austria. Education is for free. So if you decide to stay here, if you really want to stay here, go out there, go to school. Learn something that makes you happy to be here. All right? And if not, then go. Because there is no need of staying here, waiting till this day you can never be rich. You can't work here and send money in Africa and think that you will live a happy life. Because we know the salaries here. The salaries here, you eat and drink, maybe you can have a car and that's it. So either you accept it the way it is, okay, I accept it, I can work. But if you decide to live here, there's a possibility of you getting a house maybe. Because you're not forced to pay it straight. We can do it like Austrians do. Yeah. You know? It doesn't mean if you earn 1,000, but you should, for sure I'll be here. Go out there, you can get a nice house, you can have a nice car, because the system is not forcing you to pay cash. But what we do, most of us, we like in a kind of transit, everybody thinks he's here to make money and go, which I never seen anybody going. And that makes us, we don't get integrated. We think like we will be going while I've never seen anybody going. Yeah, we're here. Like we said, I'm here for 10 years. I don't know. So let's accept that we're here. Those who are ready to stay, they stay. Those who aren't ready, those who think they might be make money and go, that's almost impossible. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Well, I'd like to say, because of our time constraints, thank you very much for affording us this opportunity to interview you guys. And it's been a real pleasure. And I've seen your performances. I saw your performance at the Africa Daga. We're moving on to other festivals, so we didn't stay on. But I saw the whole performance with the kids on the stage. It was wonderful. I really enjoyed the feel, the vibe. It was different. It wasn't the norm, but it was like, okay, wow. That was really an African who has integrated himself into a country, I'd say, so big up to that. And so your performance today, I think, really took, the seriousness out of what is always kept so, so tied up, so snobbed up with everyone. And you brought a lot of laughter to everyone's hearts and a lot of thinking with everything, that they'll go home with. So guys, thank you very much from African Life. We wish you guys all the best on your future endeavors. Yeah. We'll definitely be in touch, and we look forward to seeing you guys again, and look forward to sitting with you guys in the same position somewhere else another time. And thank you. Peace out.